Hello YouTube viewers, my name is Brandon and this is Toronto Mod Shop. In this episode I'm pretty much going to show you guys the state that the engine's in right now. Last time you guys saw the SR20DET it was fully assembled. Now it's fully disassembled. There's quite a few problems, but I've already found solutions, so let's just jump out and see how it is. Alright guys, here it is. As you guys can see, it's fully disassembled. 99% disassembled, except for the timing chain guide there. Can't get off because one of the bolts is stripped. I'm gonna have to use an easy out and drill a hole and get that out and buy new ones. And yeah, didn't really want to buy that. It's already lots to buy, but yeah. Whatever. When it's done, it'll be a fresh motor, so might as well spend money on now. Let's just take a quick look at the parts. Cylinder head, all the valves, retainers, and everything are still in there. Springs. Because that valve spring compressor won't go in there properly, so I'm gonna have to get another one. Just the crank journals, the bearings. I just got stuck between the car and the wall. So oil pan, pickup, there's the crank that I'm going to be putting in. That's not the crank that was in it. I'll show you the crank that was in it. New timing cover I might use. It's old timing cover. Oil pan, another cylinder head. Cam journals and hydraulic lifters on the right. Pistons are in those bags. And there's some random parts like the wiring harness and manifold and everything, exhaust manifold in the box. Up there at the top, right now you can only see the cylinder, the valve cover. The rest of the stuff's all up there. Let's just quickly walk around the other side of the car and take a look at the issues with the car, or with the engine really. Not sure if you guys can see that properly, but that's the second crank bearing from the front. It's a piece of the first crank bearing at the front. Bearings are shot. Because of those bearings, I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but there is a deep gouge in most of the all of the journals. So I'm going to have to use that other crank, return this one to a shop for a core charge. I don't know, get 50 or 100 bucks for it. Piston rings. First piston ring I tried to take off was rusted to the piston. And it broke. The rest of them all got off without breaking, but they were all rusty and need replacing. I was going to do that anyways. This is the second piston. There's the broken piece. There it is. As you guys can see, the piston's broken, so now I need a new piston, as well as the second piston needs to be replaced, and the first rod, connecting rod, needs to be replaced. So I'm just going to buy a whole new, used piston and rod from a parts supplier or something like that. Alright, let's just walk around back, take a look in the trunk. Oh, not really trunk, but hatch. Intercooler, turbo. That's a T25. Not sure if you guys can see or hear this, but that shouldn't be moving that much. So option is to rebuild this turbo, or maybe go a little bit bigger, maybe go for a T28 or a T3, T4. Not sure, we'll see. Intake manifold, this is the one that came off of it, 2 pieces. Not sure which one I'm going to use, I'm going to have to check it out and see which one's in good condition. It's the rad, it's a single core, it's big, it doesn't fit in the front of this car, so I'm going to end up getting a 2 or 3 core smaller rad with dual fans, or maybe a single big fan, I'm not sure. There's the fan that came with the car, or with the engine. Alright, now let's just go over what's going to happen between now and... Guys, I'm back. A huge bee just flew directly at me while I was trying to walk towards the front of the car. I don't like bees, so I'm back. Basically what I was saying is I'm going to tell you guys what's going to be happening between now and the next video. Today is, I believe, June 3rd, maybe June 2nd, but I think it's June 3rd. Still, on June 5th I'm going up to Barrie for the Automotive Flea Market. I'm going to go, there's going to be about 10,000 people, 3,000 vendors, lots and lots of parts. So I'm going to be going with a good chunk of money and getting pretty much everything I need that I can afford to buy used for the engine and for the car. Getting a new steering wheel, because if you guys can see, the steering wheel is worn. I'm going to look at I'm going to get new bolts and wheel nuts because there's only 2 on each wheel. Get new markers, get turn signals, and pretty much most of the engine parts. Let's quickly read out what I'm going to be getting. Piston and rod, 2 to 3 core rad with fan, new coil packs, timing chain and guide, clutch, flywheel, pressure plate, ECU, drive shaft. I'm going to have to weld the... I'm not sure if I'm going to use the Mazda drive shaft that's in here or use the Nissan one I'm going to be getting and just weld the end off the other one. Need a starter, an intercooler piping, intake, blow-off valve, engine and tranny mounts, hot pipe. I'm going to get some universal fender flares that are going to be riveted on, sway bars, rocket bunny or ducktail style wing, burgundy cloth mats because the interior is going to be done in burgundy and black. So, cloth mats will go with the black carpet. A clear coat for the exterior. Instead of painting this car green, I originally wanted to paint it like a hunter green. That way when I do the engine purple and gold, it'll sort of all match up. Yeah, I kind of brought the cost down on this build a lot. My first quote for this build was about 20,000. Brought it down to 14. Now it's down to about 6 or 7,000. Especially because the paint job, all I'm going to really do is sand this down, recoat it with the original color, and clear coat it and polish it and everything. Strut bar, turn signals and markers and trim I already said, steering wheel I said, wheel bolts I said, some gauges, boost, oil temp, oil pressure, water temp, volts, vacuum, and a pillar pod, a gray one to go on the A pillar in here. And the other 3 will go in the center console or above the shifter. This is paint for the engine, some engine paint and wrinkle paint and header paint and everything. And supplies like scuff pads and cloths to get the engine painted properly. Because I'm not doing the whole paint job, I still want to do a little bit of a custom. So if you guys have seen the recent Mighty Car Mods video, they did a stripe on Moog's S2000, black with the red in the middle, offset stripe. I'm going to be doing something similar with matte black and matte purple. And then I'm also going to be wrapping the mirrors in carbon fiber and some other little trim pieces probably in carbon fiber. And then I'm going to be doing the Japanese rising sun flag on the driver headlamp cover. So that's it. All I have planned for now. Next time you guys see, I'll have hopefully everything, but chances are I'm probably only going to get half of that stuff. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next time, and thanks for watching.